things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Back out now comes Kenneth Walker and the Seattle offense.
And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times, but as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up?
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Now, this one, CD, an interesting one to start the season in the NFC West. A lot of people think that this is the 49ers division to lose, but you caution not so fast.
Remember Seattle 2022? A playoff team, and the Rams, they took a dip, but renewed sense of purpose, renewed sense of optimism, and 14 picks used in the NFL draft. The Rams think they can be back a lot quicker.
And now Smith going to change the play.
Delay of game, offense.
This is unbelievable.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still second down.
Here we go.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. Off of play action, here's Smith. Man open downfield, it's Metcalf. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one covers 29 yards, first down. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. That completes it again to Metcalf. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And Smith's throw into the hands of Fant. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 12 more yards there and another first down.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Kenneth Walker taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. And we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But two kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I wanted to have something different, and I really wanted the special teams coaches to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
What about, this is the other one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch, Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios, amongst others.
Yeah, and you know something, when you see those guys make that move, I don't mind that at all right? A little more expressionism for these guys. I love it. I just think we didn't go far enough. What about 00, like Jim Otto used to wear or Kenny Burrow used to wear? Let's add that back to the NFL jerseys.
Open man is Atwell, complete. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
And middle.
On the counter, here's Williams. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Stafford.
And he couldn't get that one to his man. Short of him, it's low and incomplete.
I like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. To throw is Stafford.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 36. This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10.
Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. That'll be caught. It's caught. Touchdown, LA! Make that now 3 first-half touchdown passes for Matthew Stafford.
And the Rams are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Kenneth Walker headed back out there. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually...
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Darian Kendrick.
And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Dropping him behind the line there was Cameron Young.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Stafford on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And that is no good. And the lead will stay put at 17.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands. All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Snowball. Look, Jack's left. Come on, shot.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. They'll fire one downfield for Fant. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Hey, on turbo.
On fourth down, Smith. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And that one complete downfield to Kupp. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Williams is into the end zone. Touchdown, L.A. Well, it's only Week 1, CD, but right now this offense, they look in mid-season form.
And what we're seeing is the benefits of all their dedication in the offseason. OTAs, mini camps, preseason, you name it. They did it. All that work and preparation, we're seeing them play really well right now. They're making it all pay off.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks going to take over now late in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And they are going to have a first down, and they're in field goal range as well as they're down inside the 20. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Stafford going to change it up here. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. To the right side and complete to Atwell. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. Out of the gun, Stafford. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Now Stafford. And he will throw this one out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays and fire another one into the end zone. This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
Patterson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
Strike, strike.
Now Geno on first down. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Darian Kendrick. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Coming out of the end zone, D. Eskridge. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Hey, alert! Alert!
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line.
13X.
On first down, it's Smith.
That is taken in by the tight end Fant.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Hey, trio left. Middle.
Now they'll change things around before the snap.
Just beating the play clock, Smith. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now it's Smith. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front, the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. So they're going to take possession of the turnover on downs.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10.
At the 41-yard line.
He'll look to Williams to begin things.
And after the nice stiff arm, the next wave swarms in quickly for the stop.
A tackle made by Boye Mafe. From the 46, here's 2nd and 5.
Now it's Stafford.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now it's Lockett. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory.
Here we go, Shaq.
First throw now for the backup Lock.
He finds Smith and Jigba.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Lock looking to change the play.
They go play action here on 1st down.
They'll get this complete to Calvin Austin.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Another big gainer, 2 in succession, as this one goes for 32.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
They'll get this out wide to Metcalf.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now Lock again.
Throw out wide to Walker.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. From the gun on 3rd down, Lock.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Touchdown, Seahawks. Noah Fant, 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Seahawks get a bit closer.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead now down to 20. 5 plays there on that drive.
And it's Noah Fant who caps things off with the touchdown.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
Ready.
To throw is Stafford.
Going to be taken in here by Nakua.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. He's got Allen. And he goes out right around the 39.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
To throw on second down is Stafford. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. So now Stafford and the Rams after the sack. And they're staring up at a 3rd and long. That is caught. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. A quick throw caught by Kupp out wide.
He can't get him down. Brought down, but after we saw a flashy little move, stopped short of the 40.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in a game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back.
Drew Lock and the Seahawks offense set to take over again.
5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Here's Lock to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. Again, it's Lock. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
Lock looking to change the play.
Lock to throw on 2nd down.
He completes this to Walker.
And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
And now an audible here into something else. Here's Walker.
5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
Walker once more.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Ken Walker
Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Seahawks have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
The Seahawks offense staying put out on the field. They're going to go for 2.
The Lock going to try and throw for it.
And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Stafford on first down.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing is Stafford.
And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
The Rams on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. Stafford. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there.
The Seahawks signed Nwosu last free agency. Believe he can be the top edge rusher and make plays like that look routine. 9.5 sacks, 3 forced fumbles last season. Certainly seems like a smart investment on their part.
It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
A Lock in the Seahawks now with a 1st and 10
at the 39-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Lock. He'll let it fly for Austin. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
2nd and 10.
Lock working out of the gun. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception. But playing this way is what got them this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
From the gun, it's Lock.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Lock off of play action. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Lock will try again on 2nd down.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
John Johnson with the INT.
And the Rams are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
After the interception, here's Stafford.
To the right side and complete to Atwell. He's still on his feet. Off to the races. Inside the 20.
Touchdown, LA!
2-2 Atwell.
Already his 2nd touchdown here in the weekend.
And the Rams are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that will make this a 19-point game.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line.
And Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Lock now on first down. Going right back to Fant. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11. From midfield, here's Locke. This is the tight end Fant. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Again, they'll throw with Locke. He's got Fant. He just keeps on connecting with it.
And they're going to speed things up here.
Into the red zone, it's Locke. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Back to the air on second down. It's Locke. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Noah Fant, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10
at their own 24.
He'll hand this to Williams to start things out.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 56 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
Charles, defensively, 1 timeout left. Do you use it here, or do you let it roll to the 2-minute warning?
I would use it here because you're going to get the 2-minute warning stoppage as well. And then that means you have to snap the ball again. Something could happen. Something could go awry. You could get the ball back. I wouldn't let it run.
On second down, Williams.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
Again, it's Williams. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play.
Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. Stafford down to a knee, and with it, he's going to ensure his guys a victory.
And just how they envision the start of the season, kneeling it down, defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know what's really strange? I think a lot of people think that the kneel-down practice stuff really only happens like one time a week. The best teams I know, they practice starting back in OTAs. They want them to visualize winning a game and how great that feels, and they got it done in this one.
Yep, a knee gets them to 1-0.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something.